We are still at the very start of this game, but these people have been gaming so hard, it feels like we're already halfway through. There's currently a split house. We've already had our first veto. There's just a lot to get into. I'm Kay, by the way, and welcome back to your live feed recap. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button below just so you can stay tuned, as I will be doing recaps all season long. And if you missed my last video, make sure you check that one out too, just so you're all caught up. Now, let's get started. So when we last left off, nominations had just happened and Kirsten was the house target. She had tried talking to a few people just to see where she went wrong, but all of that ended up backfiring because at this point nobody really trusts her or wants to work with her. Eventually though, Cirie does keep it real and just kind of lets her know what's up.
Sister, what I think is a lot of information is shared from you with a lot of people, because a lot of the things that you came in here and said that night, this one said you said it, that one said you said it, you can't. Listen, you can do whatever you want, but if you want to come into a room where you don't know everybody and where they stand and who they mess with and say this, and that, it's going to just like it did.
Meanwhile, the house is also currently moving towards a two-way split as everybody rushes to join a majority alliance. HOH Reilly decided on having Jag, Blue, Matt, and Cameron in her core group of 5. And these 5 ended up calling themselves the Handful Alliance.
Yep. But I still think it can't be too large. I think 8 is a sweet number, so we need to pick 3 people and like make our case, negotiate, talk about everyone, and figure out 3 people to then start either planting the seed or bringing.
That's a pretty solid idea.
They know they need more numbers though, so Reilly decides to add America just because she likes her, and she also wants to add Cory and Jared because she believes that they are both indebted to her because she pulled them off the block. But more on that later. So now Reilly has assembled this group of 8, and they're calling themselves Family Style, but really it's Jag, Reilly, and Blue at the core. And you know, normally this would be a pretty solid group, except for one huge fatal miscalculation: Jared. They of course don't know that Jared is really a spy for his mama. In fact, Reilly thinks that Jared is one of the most loyal people in that house. So naturally, after Jared gets invited to join this alliance, he immediately goes and rats it out.
So this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, I gotta work from inside there and inside of here.
Well, of course.
So check this out. Regardless, I'm thinking me, you, Mom, Felicia, Bowie Jane.
Yeah.
Now this is the thing. They didn't bring in Luke.
Okay, that's interesting.
They didn't bring in Luke.
Okay.
And on top of that, Cory is also smart enough to see that he's on the outside of this alliance too. And he decides to start looking for a safer home. So Izzy and Jared are going to devise a plan to secretly steal Cory from that other side.
If we get Cory, and he even said he had a good conversation with Red. If he's comfortable with Red, he wants it. He wants to come to the comic book room. I'm fucking doing it for us. We're fucking getting it done. We're gonna fucking take Cory away from them. We're gonna take Cory away. I have to talk to Moms.
If you get Cory, we don't need to win HOH.
I know, baby.
Cory just doesn't know that he's about to be on the outskirts of this alliance too. You see, on that other side of the house, Cirie has been busy trying to build an army of her own. She already has Jared and Izzy in her core group, of course, but she's also been recruiting Felicia, Bowie, Mecole, Hisam, and Red. Now, this group isn't quite as solid because remember, a lot of them don't totally trust Jared because they don't know that he's fully on their side. Still though, this is definitely the side of the house I'd personally want to be on. I mean, they have a much better grasp of where the other side of the house stands. They have a Cirie and they have a spy in Jared. And when you break it down, Reilly's side technically only has 6 real members and Cirie's side has 9. So we are well on our way to a split house, but there is also the first veto competition of the season that has just played out. When the feeds came back on after that veto, we discovered that Hisam was the first veto winner of the season. This is great news for him, of course, but bad news for Kirsten as he is not planning on using it and the plan to get Kirsten out the house is still fully on. There was a little bit of other drama going on after the veto as well. Like for example, Izzy, I guess, got really paranoid that maybe Cirie was going to be backdoor, so she started spreading this rumor like wildfire.
I didn't want to tell you before the veto because I didn't want you to freak out. They were fully gonna backdoor moms.
Yeah, I know. You told we
Did
talked.
she tell you?
But listen, this is why I don't know if Reilly feeding you bullshit, bro.
She is.
Because I don't know if they was going to do that. Because, bro, they are.
No, she didn't say that to me. It just was clear in her actions that that was absolutely an option. And if it's not, then she's not as smart as I thought she was.
I mean, Izzy was just swearing up and down that Reilly was trying to backdoor Cirie, which I don't think is true at all, because Reilly was really trying to backdoor that Luke boy because she doesn't really like him a ton. I really don't think Izzy was trying to be spiteful towards Cirie. I think she was just like truly being paranoid. But either way, she just made things like so much more sense than they have to be. And that is pretty much where the house stands after the veto. Kirsten is still set to go home, but with this possible eviction twist coming on Thursday, who knows what's really going to happen. Things are still kind of solidifying right now, but most of the house is really looking forward to this next HOH competition so they can see where things like really stand. Of course, I want to know how you all are feeling about this season so far. Who are you liking? Who are you not liking? And if you were in the house, which side would you want to be on? Let me know in the comments below. You guys, this is a good one. It's only been 4 days so far, yet they have had weeks worth of gameplay already, and I'm so excited to see how this thing is going to shake out. Of course, I will update you all if there is any other big news, but until next time, peace.